What's up, guys? Zfarls here, and it's just a casual little stream here. 2017 Creators Guide. The #1 request I got from people that filled out my survey for YouTube was to create more content around creating. So if you're a viewer and that's what you do, you maybe watch the channel, but you've had aspirations or dreams, or you've wanted to start a channel for a while, or you've been creating, but you haven't had as much success. The responses I got were that people were looking to create. Now, in the open, I don't think a lot of people want to admit that, and so it was a survey, and it was behind closed doors, and people kind of opened up and were willing to admit that 2017 is going to potentially be a big year for them, and they want to devote some time and get some tips. So what we're going to do tonight is just give you 5 tips for creators in 2017. Now, this is recommended, this video, for people with, as little as 0 followers, anywhere through 100. This video particularly is going to try and get you to that first 100 followers. That's a big milestone number for a lot of people. And for some guys, it feels far away. And for other guys, it's like, man, I remember when I got my first 100 people, but it's really, really tough to get that YouTube momentum going. So I'm going to give you 5 tips starting right now that can hopefully get you going. #1, if you don't have a channel at all, is to start a channel. And I know that sounds basic, but you need to go to YouTube, register your channel, take 20 minutes to think about it, really think about the name, try and secure that name across all of the platforms, and try and make it uniform. Now, what I don't want you to do on this tip is go, okay, I'm gonna go live on YouTube, and then I'm gonna tweet it, and then I'm gonna Facebook it, and then I'm gonna Instagram it, and then I'm gonna put it on Pinterest. You don't need it across all platforms. I would say pick 2 big platforms, YouTube or Twitch, or YouTube and Twitter. Don't think I'm gonna have to create content for all these different types of channels, but what you do wanna do is at least secure the names and have it be uniform, so that you're not, say, Larry46 on Twitter, but your channel is Gene42 when you're on YouTube. You want to have some continuity and some context. 2 of my favorite creators right now that I watch all the time are some guys named Mutt Wieners, and obviously they may have gotten that handle before they had a big channel. I have nothing wrong with Mutt Wieners, but is that the name you want to go to the long term with? You're forever going to be known as Mutt Wieners. Totally your call. But just take maybe 20 seconds, 20 minutes as you register those names, kind of make it uniform across your channels, set up the same profile picture so that people know where to find you. Go into the settings of that channel when you're setting it up and correctly tag it, correctly add, some images, and those are all things you can find online. They don't have to be great. My Twitter head profile picture is terrible. It's terrible, and I can get somebody to fix it, but it works. It works for what it is. Now, the tip #2 is along those same lines, is write down a 2-sentence list of what your channel is and does, and really narrow it down, because I think a lot of us creators, we get started, we have so many ideas. We're like, I want to do gameplays, but then I also want to have my friends come on, and then they'll Skype in, and then we'll review the cards together, and then we'll play a game, and then you never end up doing any of it because it just got too complicated. So in 2 sentences or less, announce what your channel is. And it's something that I've had to do over time, and that's one of the reasons I asked you guys for help with the survey, where I found out that people did have more interest in becoming creators. But I always try and figure out, why do people watch my channel? What do I do? Why are they here? Do they want to see advanced gameplay tips? Or do they want to see Team of the Year reviews? Do they want to see vlogs? What combination is that? If I just start doing vlogs all the time and everyone is only here because they want to see advanced Madden tips, and they'll put up with vlogs as long as I'm putting out advanced Madden tips, they don't care. So I had to really kind of define, Zfarls is the premier destination for high-level Madden tips, gameplays, and Ultimate Team reviews. And even that is a good chore list of things to get done each week to make sure the viewers are getting the content that they come to expect. So those are some things to think about. Do you want to deliver the best reviews? Do you want to deliver the best gameplays? Write it down, 2 sentences, distinct, spend time on it, tape it on your computer monitor, tape it on the top of your monitor, and every day when you sit down and you're going to waste time going on Twitter, read it, or you're going to make a video, or somebody asks you, hey man, do you want to work on this video together? Well, what's it about? Oh, it's an NHL video. No, my goal is to be the best Madden, this. No, it doesn't help me, therefore I can't. I'd love to in the future, but I don't have the time this week. I have this thing that I stick to and I want to get done. The number 3 thing is to learn how to read analytics, tools, search, and tags. So this goes into the back end, and this can kind of be daunting to some people. One thing I did poorly when I got started 10 years ago is I just said, hey, I'm going to make great videos, and the rest will happen. And I didn't properly title my videos. I didn't properly tag my videos. I didn't make thumbnails because I thought thumbnails were stupid. I thought thumbnails were fake. Oh, if you make a thumbnail, that means it's not real. Like, I'm going to make a thumbnail right now for this video, and it's going to be great. And you got to think ahead and plan that stuff out. But there are no special formulas, no special secrets, no special sauce, nothing that you have to pay for. Like, there is so many online resources in regards to how to read your analytics, what tools you need to utilize, how you can set up your search better. You can spend a lot of time going and watching people. You can learn how to tag videos. Like, there is a lot of free resources online that you don't have to download or refresh. Like, there's hundreds of great creators. I'll link to some of my favorites that I watch. But you can't ignore that stuff, and I know that's kind of the thing we have, like, I'll just stream, and because people say this, and this is one of the reasons I think people didn't want to admit they wanted to be creators, is because the minute you start to quantitate and measure, what gets measured gets managed is what they say, and the second you go, well, I made that video and only 3 people watched it, but it was better than my one that got 20 views, what do I do? Or, you know, you put your video out and it doesn't do well and only your friends watch it, and then it's disappointing. Like, it's frustrating. The minute you actually look at the views, it's like, man, I made that, I spent a lot of time on it, and it didn't connect. And that's the difference between a lot of people who make it out and don't. You got to get that snowball rolling and that momentum, and any little insights you can learn at the start really help. So you do have to start making content, but I overlooked how important all the titles and everything were, and I think it can make you a lot better. And it's really just knowledge and time and reading. Like, if this is your hobby and this is what you want, you know, one of your things to be in the future, you want to get to those 100 followers, like, you need to spend some time reading on it. Stop wasting time on Twitter and just start reading stuff about YouTube, start reading stuff about Twitch, start reading stuff about the community. Like, be an active part of it. Number 4 is one of the most important things, and this is another area where people let themselves off the hook. So I let myself off the hook on tags and titles. People let themselves off the hook on equipment. I do it myself. I have this mic arm that I needed to have that I don't even use. I have this lav mic that I didn't use for 2 years that I needed to have. I have this Yeti mic over here that I needed to have that I don't use. I have a Mac that I don't use. Like, you always need the next piece of equipment. You need the green screen. Can't survive without a green screen. I want to make this great 10-minute video, but I don't have a green screen. I don't have a light. I don't have a mic. I don't have... Do you have an iPhone? Probably. 60% chance you have an iPhone. 30% chance you're a Droid guy. No big deal. Samsung, whatever. 10% you still have a flip phone. You have an iPad. You have a computer with a microphone. Like, you don't need an Elgato right away. You can get something done. The barrier to entry is lower than it's ever been. It's easier than it's ever been to be a creator. Don't say that equipment is holding you back. You need to get started. People will watch, like, simple videos, Periscope. People watch that content because it's good content. Regardless of if it's the flashiest or has the flashiest transition, or, dude, I want to make this video, but I don't have any background music to put under it. Well, that's okay, but maybe go research it, or just don't let hardware mess you up, because that's the money aspect of it. I would have done it, but he just spends money on his videos. He gets this guy to do this, or he guy gets to do that. Start shooting and worry about it later. I mean, you can stream to your Xbox. You can then download that footage. You could use Studio. Like, you can do clips. You can do montages. It's not ideal, but it will get you started, and it'll let you know if you really want to do this or not. Like, I think a lot of people go, I want to have hundreds of followers, but then do they really want to put in the work and the time to do it? So don't let hardware hold you back. And then obviously the last tip, and it sounds simple, sounds easy, is just create consistently. And I don't mean that of like, you got to make a video every day, you got to stream every day, you got to be on 8 hours. Like, you don't have to be, but in the time that you set for yourself, you need to provide that much. So everyone goes similar to sentence number 2, where you write down a 2-sentence list of your goals. You want to include the amount of time you want to stream on that, or make videos. I want to make 2 videos per week about A, B, and C. So it's better to say that you only want to make 1 video per week and actually make that video than it is to say, I'm going to make a video 5 days a week, but then you don't make any videos because you overextended yourself. So that's something that a lot of people do, is they go, I'm going to get to the gym, pump iron 3 times a week, when they really could just say, I just got to walk around the block 1 day this week. And that's the snowball and start they need to get rolling. They get that process down, then they add a 2nd video, then they add a 3rd video, and that makes life easier. So those are some things you can do to create more consistently. Set your goals, write them down, similar to number 2, but that's all in part of content creation. Start to track some of those analytics. And in the future, we talked about hardware a little bit earlier. I'll go over my setup. We'll talk about collaborating. I'll answer any questions that you guys have in the comments about becoming creators. And you guys feel free to email me anytime, maddenbible@gmail.com. Because I know it's not something everyone likes to admit to, or people are afraid of. Like, I was afraid of 10 years ago. I was afraid to put out a vlog 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago, I almost didn't publish a vlog because I'm like, people are gonna think it's dumb, or it's not very good, or whatever. Like, I still go through that, and so I'm guessing with the survey feedback, you guys may still be going through that. So you can either ask publicly in the comments, you could email me. And if you have any questions about specific things, let me know. But hopefully those tips get you started from 0 to potentially 100 followers, viewers, whatever you're trying to do. And this will be the green screen action. You'll know it is a Twitch style, creator style, YouTube style video when we have the green screen up, and we'll try and get one of these per week. It's something I want to add, 1 vlog per week, 1 Twitch creator video per week, along with the 1 or 2 reviews that I do, the 1 show full of advanced tips, TWIM, and of course some gameplay, 1 per week. So that's kind of the schedule, and something I'm hoping to stick to, but only if you guys like it. And I'm sure the thumbs up will let me know, or the comments, or even just the private emails are fine. Even if these videos don't do that well, I think that they're hopefully filling a need. So in the future, guys, let me know what else you want to see around creation. If this helps you, thumbs up, follow the channel. I'm going to end the stream here, and this was just a one-time pop-on thing. For example, hardware, right? If I record audio on my computer, tried 2 different hard drives, it makes the audio have that pop sound that sometimes you hear on my YouTube videos. But if I stream it, it doesn't get that pop sound. But then I have to download the video. It's this whole like flow process that I go through, and it's like I just need the fastest way to get it done. So that's how I'm doing it, and that's at the end of the day the reason you're able to create and something you get in to. So that's all I got for you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk soon. Leave those questions, and until next time, guys, lock up. I don't even know how to end this thing. That's how good I am at streaming. There it is.